exciting Wednesday morning. I tell you, normally on a Wednesday, I'm donning this, feeling of kaftan like Miriam is doing this morning, wearing Ankara. But I came ready for fights this morning. As a matter of fact, I'm wearing boots. I came ready to boot people this morning. As in, I'm hungry. Gone. But we got to talk what we got to talk about this morning. And so Wednesday mornings dedicated to women will be delving into the issues surrounding domestic violence and why victims keep quiet. We've been talking about silence for quite a while, but we want to talk about silence from the perspective of the people surrounding the victims, not the victim themselves, but the people surrounding the victims. Why are they silent too? That's one of the things we'll be discussing today on the Bumper Breakfast. But you know my name, Tomisi Adebukola Oluwatomisi Adebukola. And I have Miriam wearing something I don't understand. It's a kaftan, but she did one magic. When you see the magic, you know or recognize that there is magic in the clothes. The clothes as
it is called Kampala magic.
The clothes as, but the clothes is magic. It's magic.
Magical.
I think women should be consulted for things that can be put together to form other things.
Yes. Very, very
especially
important.
If you want to look at light in Nigeria now, greed. If you consult women, they will help you put things together that will just suddenly turn to light.
Of course, yes.
We have that gift.
We have that gift.
What
we can
manage
plenty things.
Fantastic. It's beautiful.
Good
morning, Miriam.
Good morning, Nigeria. Good morning, beautiful Tomisi, elegant Tomisi, eloquent Tomisi, the fantastic Tomisi, the majestic Tomisi, the quintessential Tomisi, the woman of essence. And because it's Wednesday dedicated to and for all women across the globe, not just in Nigeria, I say a very beautiful morning to you, and please do not die in silence. That's my word this morning. My name is Miriam, okay, but you can call me Flexible Marie, the only covetous lady that needs some validation from nobody. That's because I'm myself, and because you need validation. That's why you're staying in that toxic relationship, toxic environment. You don't want to stay without somebody validating you, without somebody saying you're doing well, without maybe a man. I'm not a feminist this morning, but I'm just saying it from my own perspective. Please do not die in silence. Tell me, now looking all.
I'm looking. You don't get. You see.
I love the way you pack the.
I just did it this morning in your presence now.
Yes,
in your presence. We used to just organize things. Sometimes you just wake up in the morning, you're like, what do I want to look like today? I look very great too. Kinda. So, but like, what do I want to look like today? Like South African, Kenyan, Nigerian. And I want to look like my father's daughter.
You are looking like a South African, I tell you.
But I really want to look like my father's daughter this morning. But let's take a look at the papers, because I'm going to be throwing open the phone lines. We're going to be talking about domestic violence. Wow. And when we hit the topic, trust me, we're not taking a break. But Miriam, let's take a look at the papers this morning. Begin for me from the Punch newspaper.
Okay, the stories that made it to the front page of the Punch newspaper this morning. I have PDP consensus suffers setback. Zoning panel submits report.
Miriam, can you do me a favor?
Okay.
Can you try to look through the papers and look for good news first, and give me the good news, and then you now go back and then you give me the other news?
Well, I don't
just
think
try,
there is any.
Try. Don't tell me that something is clashing.
I'm so sorry.
Something is something.
Okay. Good news is
first,
that the good news is that the killer of Osinachi has been arrested. The husband. I think that's the only good news, but it's not here. But the rest
tell me
no
the stories
good
in the
news.
Punch. Don't bother.
Okay, rejection of UTAS will prolong strike, says ASO. Federal government to introduce online tracking for passport application. Army visit father of a showman tortured to death. Hide killer's identities. That's on the page 5 of the Punch newspaper this morning. Lagos nurse performs surgery on Edobi's woman. Victim dies. 6,000 plateau attack victims displaced. Buhari condemns killings. Oshun INEC releases final list. Okay, so Oyetola, Adeleke, and others. Northern elders bemoan insecurity. Ask Buhari to resign. 9 banks made 554 billion naira fees commission in 2021 report. Oshimbajo 6 senators support invite APC reps Tinubu's man Faleke to shun vice president's invite. VP's campaign moves to lobby Tinubu's allies. Kidnapped train passengers not insured against terror attacks. Federal government officials. Nigeria's oil production.
Go back.
This one, kidnapped train. I don't want to read that one again.
I want to understand.
Kidnapped train passengers not insured against terror attack.
Hold on.
Imagine.
Are we supposed to be insured against
No,
terror attack? Have we officially announced that terror attack is a common occurrence in Nigeria and it's a part of our lives now?
It's a part of our lives now.
As we are seeking insurance against accidents on the road,
do insurance too.
We should do insurance against terror attack.
Yes, terrorist attack. Because I don't know.
Or is it that when you buy a ticket of the train, you automatically are insured?
When you buy a ticket or travel by the normal road, just be rest assured that saying it. I'm sorry, rest assured that you'll be maybe missing or something.
Can you go to page 25 of that story?
Page 25 of the Punch newspaper this morning.
Let's find out what it means to be insured against terror attack. I don't want to quote the federal government out of context. I want to find out exactly what they are saying and what they're talking about.
Page
kidnapped
25.
train.
Kidnapped train passengers not insured against terror attacks. Federal government officials. The Abuja Kaduna train that was bombed by terrorists on March 28, 2022 in Kaduna State, as well as passengers who boarded the train, were all insured, but not against terror attacks. Senior officials of the federal government have stated it was learned that 50 naira was paid as a premium. Jesus.
It's part of that means it's part of the tickets. That means when you buy a ticket, there is a value in the ticket that so that's the way it is.
Okay, yes, as a premium to 2 indigenous insurance company on every train ticket purchased by passengers. This came as a family members. Let's see. However, we are still trying to convince them that insurance firms to see reasons why something could be done. But the argument has been that acts of banditry and acts of God are not insured. I hope you get that. The source added that. Let me read from there. On the train ticket, for every passenger, 50 naira is paid as a premium for insurance. The train itself is insured, but that does not cover acts of terrorism or banditry. However, we are still trying to convince them that the insurance firms to see reasons why something could be done. But the argument has been that acts of banditry and acts of God are not insured. Yes, we have about 2 Nigerian insurance companies that are in charge of passengers insurance, while the train itself is being handled by other firms. Meanwhile, I don't want to read the rest of the story, but I think we understand this now. That you should be prepared for banditry attack whenever you're going by whatever means of transportation in Nigeria.
No, it's only train.
No, not just train. No. The air. Is it safe?
Yeah.
It's safe. You think so?
I'm hoping.
One story is coming. Amen.
I'm praying.
Amen. Amen. I hope it's safe. The Nigerian Tribune newspaper this morning, still insecurity. Again, Northern Elders Forum asked Buhari to resign. Kaduna train attack terrorists asking outrageous ransom for from victims' family. Government perpetrators of plateau killings must be spared. Buhari. Did you hear that? Perpetrators of plateau killings must not be spared.
Better.
Nigeria bleeding over banditry. I don't want to read this story. It's about banditry, kidnap.
And I think because the federal government has already said there are no bandits, everybody's now a terrorist. All the bandits are now referred to as terrorists. I don't think we should keep referring to it, even in the pages of the newspaper, as banditry. It's terrorism, whatever color, shade it takes, whether it's Boko Haram, the bandits, whatever group it takes. Just see the bandits as a group of terrorists. and you know,
of course, yes, you're right.
engaged in the act of terrorism, basically.
Okay, let's take a look at the story. Lassa fever fatality rises to 19.1%. 681 confirmed cases in 23 states. Federal government. We need to be very, very conscious of our environment. Buhari directs release of 40,000 metric tons of grains, says insecurity may affect food production. 2023, I won't submit myself to zoning in APC. Yeah, they know. It's gonna be interesting. Interesting.
The youngest man right now vying for the position of president in the APC, and the only one like him.
PDP zoning. We are not pursuing northern agenda. Saraki Tambuwal Mohammed Ugwai insists on fairness, equity, and justice. Zoning committee submits report. Nigeria should avoid repeating the mistakes of 2015-2019. Peter Obi, Ashogoba, Oyetola, Adeleke, Yusuf, Ogunbiyi, 11 others make INEC a final list. Awolowo family mourns Odina Mado, National VP of UPN. 25 killed,